Thank you for joining me for session 3 of our training classes. In this session, we will learn how to invoice customers, post bills, manage your receivables and payables, the ability to make your vendor payments, the use of personnel and owner-operator pay wizard, and we'll also cover off some admin tools. Tools are simply things that help you do various processes in the software. Tailwind has two main parts. Operations keeps track of everything involved in the movement of goods, and administration keeps track of the money, the invoices, invoice payments, bills, and bill payments generated from that movement. Both are crucial to any good business, and in Tailwind, they're closely related. We've attempted to put the menu items in order of workflow, but understand every company is different, and while I will show you typical workflows for administration, you don't have to adhere to them. You can manage your workflow according to your specific operations. Bill posting. When an order is delivered and the dispatch is completed, all the expenses attached to that order and any related dispatches will appear in the bill posting module, much as the order will appear in the invoicing screen. While it is possible to post these related bills along with the invoice, you may also choose to post the bills separately, and it is here on this screen that you can do so. Any bills residing in this list are considered unposted. As an asset-based trucking company, you wait for your company drivers and owner-operators to send their trip envelopes into you with their proofs of delivery. As a freight brokerage company, you wait for your carrier partners to send you invoices with their proofs of delivery. It is this screen that can manage that for you. Once you receive the POD from your company personnel or carrier partners, you can then post their bills to move them forward through administration. So this list will allow you to see which loads you are still awaiting PODs on. You can see there are two different types of bills here. We have internal bills like company driver, sales reps, commission sales reps, and we have external bills like carrier partners. They're handled slightly differently. An internal bill doesn't require any further information, like an invoice number or a receive date, so you can simply go ahead and post your internal bills. You can audit and edit the payable, whatever it might be, and then posting it will show that it is a financially recognized record in your software, and for personnel, it will move it to the Personnel Pay Wizard. For owner-operators, it will move their bills to the Owner-Operator Pay Wizard. Let's talk about external bills for a moment. Your carrier partners. Of course, those require a bit more information. You receive an invoice from a carrier, so you can open this up using the Edit button. You can now make note of those details. The reference number is meant to hold the invoice number taken directly from your carrier's invoice. The bill date can be adjusted if you want to. The invoice receive date. Many of us today in the transportation world will age our carrier's invoices according to the date we received the proof of delivery. So you can fill in your invoice receive date. The scheduled date will automatically populate according to the terms you put on your vendor record, although you can change it here if you need to. Now, once you save these details, you can audit and edit the payables, making sure that's the amount of money you want to pay your carrier, and then you can post this bill individually as well. You can also post multiple bills together from this screen. Let's turn some toggles off here. Once you've audited and edited, you can switch the toggles on for any bills that need to be posted. And then you have a button here at the top. Posting here will post all bills that have the toggle switched to green. Now, I've previously told you that posting your company driver, commission sales staff, or owner-operator bills will navigate to the personnel pay wizard and the owner-operator pay wizard. Your external bills, those carrier bills, are going to navigate into the vendor pay for you, making them available for you to pay. So once a bill is posted, it will remove from this screen. Now it's here on this screen that you're working those proofs of delivery as well. So make sure you make note of the associated order. So when you are working that bill from Zippy Transport, for example, you can, of course, come here to see the trip number. By opening the trip, you then have the ability to find the related order. Make note of that order number on the proof of delivery as you're making your pile of proofs of delivery, because it's those PODs that will enable you to navigate over here to your invoicing screen. As you work through your bill posting, just keep making notes of that order number on your PODs. Once you've completed working through all of your carrier invoices and the trip envelopes from your company drivers and your owner-operators, you will want to start invoicing. So here on this invoicing screen, once an order is marked as delivered on the operations side, it's going to navigate over here to this list. This list is made up of delivered but not yet invoiced orders. Once you've worked your proofs of delivery and posted the bills from your internal staff or carrier partners, you can now set to work on invoicing your customers. You will probably want to attach your PODs first. You have that pile of proofs of delivery we talked about from working your carrier bills and trip envelopes. Since you've marked the number of the order on each POD, you can now scan them into your computer, naming them the related order number. We're going to leave this screen for a moment and navigate down to our tools and to our POD import. It's here that you can attach those PODs. You will, of course, have a folder in your computer for your scanned proofs of delivery. You have them all scanned in, and now all you have to do is simply drag and drop the PODs in question. You can do multiples or single at a time. Oh, sorry, didn't mean to open that up. But just by dragging and dropping it in, it will go ahead and attach that proof of delivery to the order as a note. You can view the order, and let's go have a look at one in question. So I know I attached one to invoice 163. I may have attached multiples, but there's my invoice 163, and when I go and look at it, sure, there's the PODs that I've attached to it. I can open it if I want to view the attachment, no problem at all. Once I've attached all my PODs, I will come back up to my invoicing screen, marking those ones that I've attached the proofs of delivery for, giving me the ability to open them, audit and edit the revenue, making any changes I want to accessorial charges or freight charges. While I can print individual invoices directly from actual individual orders, I can email them as well. I can also do it from the main screen. So you can post and print individual ones, or here on the main screen, switching that toggle and using the buttons across the top. Let's understand that transmitting is the ability to send the invoice to your customer, dependent upon the setting you entered on a customer record. Let's quickly look at one of those for us. So when you set up your customers, you told the software how this customer wants to receive their invoices. So the software will go to work for you and will take the default setting from your customer record, and if it's set to email and you use the transmit button, it's going to email the invoices to your customer. If you use the transmit button and the setting is set to print, then it's going to throw your invoices on the screen for you, giving you the ability to go ahead and send them to your printer. Remember to post your invoices. Posting is the ability to move it from an order to an invoice, making it available to receive payment on. Once your orders or invoices are posted, it will remove from this screen. It will reside forever in receivables and be available to receive payment. So another safeguard, if the order resides on this list, then you have not invoiced your customer for the movement of the freight yet. Working through our administration menu items, receivables and payables. These lists contain a historical record of everything related to your receivables and payables, respectively. Receivables will hold invoices and invoice payments received from your customer, while payables will hold bills and bill payments issued to your vendors or personnel. While they can provide direct access to records, they are mostly there to be used as a tool for auditing or otherwise double-checking on operations performed in other administration modules. Both lists can be searched using this generic search bar or using our advanced search button, and you can search by any of the criteria listed here. Check clearing and deposits are also historical data. In check clearing, these will show any checks that have been issued from the software, while deposits will show any monies received in as payments and what date they were deposited. The vendor pay screen will hold all posted non-personnel bills that are awaiting payment. This is a check run screen. You can open individual bills for auditing purposes using the Open button, and once you're satisfied with the bill, you can use this toggle to show it's approved for payment. And then you can print checks by simply processing payments. You may not want to print a physical check if you pay your vendor by ACH or another process, and that's okay. You can simply show the bill as paid. Let's go ahead and click Process Payments. So here you have the ability to choose the account, and you can process payments and print checks, or simply process payments here. Your choice. The Personnel and Owner-Operator Pay Wizards will hold all bills created for company drivers and commission sales staff. And in the owner-operators, that's where your owner-operator bills are going to be. It's here that you can add deductions or bonuses. Let's have a look. So here in the Personnel Pay Wizard, if I choose the company driver, for example, that I want to work, it's going to show all bills that have been entered for Georgia Green. Here in this bill date, this will include all, if I'm paying her up to the end of October, I will only choose up to the end of October, of course. This is the date you want all trips included up to. Let's switch these toggles off. It's going to look like this for you when you come in here. So now you can work through choosing the items you want to pay. You can open individual items. If you want to audit and edit, again, here you can do that. But switching the toggle to approved will show that you're going to pay these items. You can also do deductions for cash advances, or maybe a seatbelt fine. Any deduction you want to do at all, and switch the toggle on. Using this button here will allow you to add those deductions or bonuses. Noting that a bonus is going to be a positive, a positive amount. A deduction is going to be a negative amount. So you must make sure that you use that negative if you want to show it as an actual deduction. The description is what will print through on the pay settlement sheet to your company driver or owner-operator. Once you've approved the bills, adding in your deductions or bonuses using this button will allow you to process payment, print checks, and driver pay settlement sheets or owner-operator settlement sheets. And once a payment is recorded for the bills approved, they will move to historical data so that next pay period's bills can populate in these wizards. Let's go ahead and cover off some tools now. So we've got a tools menu right here. The incoming invoice wizard will allow you to receive invoices from your vendors and will also allow you to create deductions for owner-operators and service records on equipment records. For a more in-depth look at how to use the incoming invoice wizard, make sure to visit our learning document. Let's have a look at that. So you'll recall from our other classes, clicking on the link underneath the lady with a microphone opens up our support center, allowing you to access all of our learning documents. For an in-depth look on how to use your incoming invoice wizard, right here you can access the article on using the incoming invoice wizard. The incoming payment wizard will allow you to receive payments from customers and will register that payment against the order so that you can always view it in the future. And again, for a more comprehensive look on how to use this tool, check out the learning document right here, Processing Incoming Payments. We've already had a quick look at the POD import tool. This will allow you to upload a proof of delivery and attach it automatically to the corresponding order, providing that the file name contains the order or invoice number. If you plan to make regular use of this tool, you will want to make sure you are naming your POD files appropriately. Any file name that includes the order number will work. The POD tool can also allow you to import a number of PODs at once, which can be handy if you're scanning paper PODs in batches. You can also attach individual PODs to an order using the notes. So let's go and have a look at that. Maybe I want to do PODs separately. I don't want to use my POD tool. I can open individual orders right here on the invoicing screen. I can add in a note, and as long as I make sure that you make it a POD note, I can choose my file right here, allowing me to attach proofs of delivery that way as well. The fuel import tool will allow you to download an electronic fuel file from your fuel provider, and we have integrations built with Comdata, EFS, Fleet One, Flying J, and Husky. And for detailed instructions, again, we don't cover this off in basic training, but for those detailed instructions, make sure you use the Learning Center and follow through with the learning document, Importing Fuel Files. Next on the list is Advertise Equipment. If you use any of those load posting sites out there on the Internet Truck Stop, DAT, 123 Load Board, you can advertise empty equipment to that load posting site. Maybe you get a piece of equipment, a tractor stuck in deep South Texas. You can show the tractor number that you're advertising. You can put in the type of equipment that it might have as the trailing equipment, available weight, length, and even a radius. And then that will advertise on that load posting site for you. IFTA is the ability for the software to take your dispatch miles associated to each tractor in your fleet and break them down to a jurisdictional level. The report will also include any fuel you have entered in the software and will return a detailed spreadsheet report for you with jurisdictional miles per tractor, as well as total fleet miles and fuel purchased, giving you all the details you need to complete your IFTA returns. Our customer and vendor rate histories will return historical data on loads moved. These loads can be filtered by any of the search criteria you see listed here, enabling you to find information on past loads hauled for any customer or carried by any carrier partner, giving you quick visibility and an excellent rate negotiation tool. Our reports section contains reports that you can run for analysis purposes. Any report that you use can be filtered by dates and can also be exported to Excel. Let's run this report. Let me back this up a little bit so you can see. This is just an example of a report, so I'm going to back it up. And when I run the report, I have the ability to, any report in the software will have the ability to export to CSV, Excel, or PDF. QuickBooks tool is the ability to send your financial data to QuickBooks. And if you are looking to use this tool, you'll need to set up time with one of our support staff or myself to help you map your accounts and set up this tool. The equipment status screen is where you can see all of your equipment listed and the present status, as well as the last location. You can filter by tractors or by trailer. Well, that covers off the administration side of the software, and I will bring your attention to our support center one more time, as it is here that you will find detailed instructions on all functions of the Tailwind software. Thanks so much for watching. Please do not hesitate to reach out to the support staff or myself if you have any questions regarding any help that you might need. Have a great day.